Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream here from Ultimate Racing League. Wow, aren't I enthusiastic tonight? I'm trying my best to do a presenter voice because we might be getting a few more views than we usually do tonight. We are here for the first round of a new league. For the first time that I'm aware of, Ultimate Racing League has decided to do Formula One, and we are doing Formula One with a retro twist from 1998. We have got most of the grid from 1998 here in the lobby. A few new names for people who won't have seen our racing before. I'm just distracted there because the room is starting to get ready. We start qualifying in 5 minutes time. What I usually need to do at the start of every stream is just a brief break to sort out my social media access and keys and everything for the live stream. There's a few technical things that you have to do behind the scenes in order to live stream properly. I've tried to do something about the sound quality tonight. I don't know if this sound quality will stay the same throughout the night. I am using a set of Jabra headphones here from that I've borrowed from work. Not much I can do about it because the PlayStation's very limited in terms of what you can plug into it and how. And that is going to be something that I try to address maybe next week because I didn't have time to go out and get the microphone set up that I want this week. So without further ado, we're going to be starting qualifying, and we've already got our first viewer. Hello to the first viewer. You are the most enthusiastic viewer, because I've not even done my usual thing of sharing the link to people I know, which is how I usually get people to watch. So whoever you are, thumbs up, buddy. Thank you for that. Unless it's Mum. Thank you, Mum. I don't know who it is, but I'm always appreciative of all the views. Stick with us for 4 more minutes. I'll try and crack a few jokes whilst we're waiting. And let's show you the car whilst we're waiting as well. So what's the best way to show you the car? I think the best way is to go into the pit lane here. This is not going to be my view. I'm not racing from this cockpit view because it's very restrictive. Oh my god, the sound is very loud. Can I do anything to turn it down? No, I can't. I'm just going to have to be deaf the whole race. I'm going to have to shout. The headphones are very loud. I might use this view a little bit, but just to show you what the car looks like. It's not a Formula One car, it's a Superformula car from Japan. Still, it's plenty fast enough. This thing is insane compared to the GT machinery I've been driving. We're going to be taking these S-Bends almost flat out once we're in the race. We've got a 1998 Benetton theme. We're racing for Benetton, which means that when I go into the pit lane, the car's going to probably catch fire. I want to try and do something about the sound level because I'm going to be deaf by the end of this and the neighbours are going to hate me even more than they already do. And there we go. I hope that has solved the volume so that I don't have to shout so loud. Maybe that will make it harder to hear me. Who knows? The PlayStation is a mystery sometimes, but I am going to be investing in my setup soon. I am going to get a few bits and pieces. Let's invite our special guests. Our special guests this week are Men Walking and Talking in Warwick. This is where I was just half an hour ago, walking around Warwick. Sorry, I've said Warwick. Oh, cut, take 2. Stratford. I'm so sorry. Why did I say Warwick? Men Walking and Talking Stratford were way better than the Warwick group, but there is one in Warwick as well. Great group. Mental health really matters. Yeah, it's a really great group of men. We meet up and we just walk around town and chat and get to know each other, and then we go to the pub. They're all at the pub right now, and I'm racing. Hang on, I had to rush off tonight. So I'm just letting them know what I'm up to because I did say that I was off. So yeah, I'm hoping that we get a few extra viewers from Men Walking and Talking, and they don't hear the faux pas that I called them Warwick just then. At least I noticed. This is going to be interesting because I've not even done a warm-up lap here, so I'm going to be going pretty much straight out of the pits. In fact, am I going to have time? We start in 1 minute. Let's just go down the start straight. There is a bit of a distraction here. Oh, now the sound's a bit too quiet. Okay, well, let's take this at near racing speed. I'm encouraged by the fastest lap that I've seen. 146 is going to be nowhere near me, based on practice. In practice, I was doing 137s, but you've got to do it on the day. I've got 10 minutes to get a lap in. So here we are, by the way, the track is Suzuka. You'll recognise it if you was watching my stream the other week where I had a really disastrous race last time. Ultimate Racing League does race at more than Suzuka. It's just that we've had it twice in 2 weeks. Not much we could do about that with the calendar because we're trying to keep this on Formula 1 tracks if we can for this season, because it's, you know, kind of Formula 1 cars, part of the fun. But I've just got to get my eye in with this car because this is a lot faster than anything I've been driving so far. You've got to throw it at some of these corners like this. And then get on the power nice and early. That is about 30, 40 miles an hour faster than the GT cars we was using 2 weeks ago. It's about 20 seconds a lap faster around Suzuka than the cars we was using last week. The top speed's not too great here, actually. This is a bit worrying. In practice, the top speed was 175, and it's maxing out sort of 171. It could be the wind. In fact, it is. We've got a headwind down the back straight of about 10 miles per hour. But, yeah, I'm surprised I managed to get an out lap on the board before we start qualifying. Can we take turn 1 at racing speed as a practice? Oh, and I've lost the back. The fastest right now is a 140. I've lost the back again there. This thing is so brutal, but I don't know what I'm going to do compared to these guys. I know in practice 137, but Gran Turismo sort of changes its mind on the car's handling quite often, so I want to be taking that flat in the race. And okay, that yes, that's a crash. That's the wind. That is definitely windier than it was in practice, so I'll have to watch out for that. I've got a couple of qualifying laps to get my eye in. 139 now. The guys are getting faster, so we'll see what times they can do. We'll have to try and introduce some of our competitors as we go here. The race itself, by the way, is going to be a 50-minute endurance race. The weather could do anything, and it probably will. And we've got to use all 3 dry compounds of tyre unless it rains. So I haven't really practiced rain here. I've practiced the track, but I haven't practiced in case it rains, so that'll be a big unknown for me. The sky looks quite bright. I'm not feeling as much grip as I had in practice. It's probably because of the wind. But it's not so bad through there. Nice and late on the brakes into the hairpin. Unlock the brakes as much as I can on the accelerator as early as I can. And I don't know who's fast and who's not in this. There's a lot of people I don't know in this league. I know a lot of the people in Ultimate Racing League. Ooh. Okay, I am going to have to watch it through there as well. But I've just noticed we've got overtake. Okay, it's good to know. So we're going to use that overtake button to try and gain some speed at the right parts of the lap. I'm going to try and use it as much as I can throughout the lap. Yeah, we're losing top speed with that headwind. A headwind down the back straight is the worst thing you can get at Suzuka because it makes you really slow down that straight, but it also makes the rear of the car really unbalanced into the S's in the first sector. But let's see what we can do. First qualifying lap, here we go. Flat out, on the brakes, ease the car around, 3rd gear. Can I get 4th? Yes. Nip it to the left, over to the right in 5th gear flat. Someone's crashed already. Just ease off the brakes and just sort of try and feed it in, but carry the speed. Then you want to be tight to the inside here, and then flat out through this. I'm going to get on the boost. I'm using that overtake. Down at the bottom right, you can see that. I'm not going to be brave through Degner 1. I'll save that for my final lap to try and take that flat at the end. I want to just try and get this lap on the board and lay down the challenge for everyone else. I don't know if I'm going to win this race, if I'm going to be midfield, I don't know. Oh, the boost doesn't last long. I've used a quarter of it already, so it's literally like enough for a lap. There we go, on the accelerator. This is easy flat down here. Just got one more corner to get right, which is the chicane. I'm getting all my words wrong tonight. 177 on the boost down here. Nice easy braking point to spot there. It's just the 100-meter board. Bring it to the left, shortest route to the line. 137.6, that's up there with my best. That's about as good as I can get. Let's just see if we can beat it now. We're 2/10 up. Oh, mistake. I was distracted by the car going off. Let's try and take this flat though to make up for it. Yes, we got it flat, but we've run wide on the exit and we're going to have to abort the lap. So let's go back to the pits, do another out lap, and it refills the boost. But we've taken first blood here with that 137.6, and I'm very happy with that lap time. That is bang on where I was in practice. That is like, I mean, I was 2/10 faster in sector 1 there. So can I do more? Yeah. Oh, and someone's pipped me by a 1/10. So let's see if we can get him back with an even better lap. I kind of know a bit more where the limits are now. Let's just practice this flat. Oh, and just a small lift. It's not a brake, it's just a lift, and then on the accelerator. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be tricky. Hello, viewer. Welcome to the madhouse. We're not on pole, but we are currently just a 10th off, and I want to be past this guy if I can. But oh, in fact, we've got some proper competition as well. These are some decent times, some good guys here. Nice big gap behind me, but I've got to watch out for this guy now because I'm gonna give him a nice big gap. I don't want to waste too much time waiting though, because what if I don't get another lap in? I've got to just watch and make sure that I can get round enough times. But let's go again. Full boost. And I'm being quiet because it's hard to concentrate. Purple. That is the fastest first sector. Come on. That wasn't so good though. It's a personal best. Try and pick up that accelerator as early as I can. I need 3/10, so this needs to be a damn good sector. I turned in too early. Get out of my way, please. It's still a personal best. I can maybe try and make this up in the final sector. Come on. Yes! But I've left time on the table. I have left time on the table. I had mistakes on that lap. Come on, no mercy. That was mercy. Well, we've got time. That was crossing my mind there is... Oh my god, that is a fast lap. Oh, I am beat. Wow. 7 tenths. 136. Oh, Jesus. I actually don't know how to go that fast. I need to see that lap. I think this guy's on YouTube, from the guy's name. We're getting stuck behind a Tyrrell, but it's just the outlap. It's fine. Yep. We're going to see a lot of that in the race, by the way. Thing that's worrying me is actually safety cars, because we have a safety car system, but it uses voice chat, and I'm not in the voice chat because I'm talking to you guys. There's no way of having split audio on a PlayStation, which is very annoying. I'm definitely racing for second here. I'm hoping that I can hold it against RJS. Maybe an interesting race between us two. Who's that? Okay, that was a nice chicane. But God, this is going to have to be something. I'm not going to beat his lap. This is my last attempt. And we're safe from RJS, but other people behind could still catch up. Not even a personal best. That was faster. 3 tenths. Oh, that was poor. I bit too much of the curb there. Got a snap of oversteer. Just upset the car, but I'm just going to go for it through here now. Yeah, and that was a bad idea to just go for it. Oh, he's held it, but it's slow. This is not how you take that corner. But usually that ends up in a crash. So great skill there to not kill the car, and good to know that I have sort of 3 tenths in hand. I'm just going to try and see what I can do in this final sector. No, too deep. I'm pushing too hard to try and claw something back that's impossible to claw back. Well, there was no way I was going to beat that time. A 136.4 is in a different league, man. There's always one guy, and this is why racing online is so fun, is because when you just play on your own against the computer, you just think you're really good because the computer's crap. But when you play against humans, you realise you're nowhere near the best in the world. So I'm just power cycling my steering wheel here, by the way, in the background, if you're wondering, because it has its glitches from time to time. And actually, I'm also just going to go and grab myself a bottle of water, because I always have one for the race. I tell people it's water. It's not really. Is the fridge shut? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's like the Kimi Raikkonen school of racing is, why weren't you on the grid? I was getting ice cream. Yeah. Judging by the gaps, 2 seconds back to third, sorry, back to fourth, but RJS was really on me there, so I think I'm going to be racing him throughout the race. We've got Nando Loris in a McLaren. Nando is maybe the guy from Nando's who makes chicken. I think of better jokes than that. I can do better than that. Right, time for Chris is a boring fart and starts on the same tyres every race. It's part of the be a boring fart strategy. I'm hoping, I mean, PM10 is so fast that it doesn't matter what strategy he uses, he's just going to disappear. So there's not much that I can do. Let's just get a quick screenshot of the results. Just helps for other content creators later on. But yeah, it doesn't really matter what strategy Mr. PM10. I don't even know his name. Maybe that's the serial number on his brain. PM10. His name sounds very professional, doesn't it? Well, YT will be YouTube, so he's hello. You can't hear me, can you, on your stream? Obviously not. I'll come watch your stream later, and you can show me how it's done. Based on that performance, I think there's naff all chance of me winning any races this season. But I entered this for fun. I've not actually practiced that much for this. I've certainly not been sort of trying to hone in lap times. I'm just here for a bit of a laugh. As I said, I'm worried about safety cars because the way the safety cars work, they're announced over voice chat. I'm not in voice chat, and as a result, I don't have a clue what's going on. And what that means is if the safety car is released, I don't know when it's released, because the safety car is whoever's leading. Whoever's leading becomes the safety car. And he will say over his microphone, go, 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 and everyone will go. So I don't know. I'm hoping to have a crash-free race. And I'm hoping that my steering wheel works, because I've done something that I promised myself that I wouldn't do, which is reset the steering wheel between events. This causes Gran Turismo some problems at times. So let's hope, well, actually, at least the accelerator works. Well, he got a really bad start, so that's good. I've turned traction control on for that start, which is a bit cowardly of me, but I don't know if there's chaos behind. I'm not really looking. Well, saw a guy getting close behind me then, and I saw him screech and I saw him crash. I'm on the medium tyres here and full tank of fuel, so it's very different to qualifying. I can see on the map that nobody's had a big crash, so... yeah. And I'm just going to turn off the traction control now. I only use it for the race starts. Probably didn't need to in this car. This car's got enough grip. And I need to start short shifting now, because the strategy here is to get as far through this race as I can. Oh, it's IGS behind me. Okay. I need to get as far through this race as I can on the fuel that I've got. And I'll talk more sense in a minute. I hope that wasn't track limits, because I certainly did take a lot of curb there. I've no idea what tyres RJS is on. I've no idea if he's fuel saving or not, but I am. I need to get as far through on mediums as I can. The reason for that is because the hard tyres are really poor, and we do have to use all 3 tyre compounds, so the longer I stay on the mediums, the less I have to use the hards, and the hards are slow. PM10's caught up. I actually didn't even know that it was a standing start. A lot of races in Ultimate Racing League are rolling start, but obviously we're doing Formula 1, so it has to be a standing start. Should have seen that coming, really. But I don't know. The guys behind me, they could be on hard tyres, they could be on mediums, they could be on softs, and it makes a lot of difference to their pace. Okay, the car's got more grip than it did in qualifying. I seem to have this bug. Anyone who watched Suzuka 2 weeks ago saw that I was really struggling with the car. It's too far back to have a go. He is fuel saving. Either that or he's running tons of wing. Because that's another thing, by the way, is that for the first time in a long time... Oh, he's disappeared. For the first time in a long time, we can change the setup of the car, but we can only change the wing, nothing else. It's not a championship about car setup, it's a championship about driving, but that is going to make a difference to top speed down the straights. One of the things with this car is you've got to recognise when you're out of shape. I was out of shape there, it cost me a couple of tenths, but at least I didn't stuff it into the barrier. You know, if you try to hang on to that, this car will hurt you for it. God, he is very fast through the back part of the track. So he's caught me up, but I'm not really bothered about racing this guy. And I'm not actually bothered about getting into a huge race with anyone here because I'm doing my thing. I know what my strategy is. I've practiced. So, if he comes for me, I'm not going to go crazy trying to defend him. I might wiggle a tiny bit, but I'm not going to like go all out to block him. He's also running a ton of downforce, I can tell. There's a reason I'm not running tons of downforce, actually. A couple of reasons. One is it does make it harder to overtake down the straights. 2 is it wears the tyres out more because you're taking the corners faster. And I know that the soft tyres here will not really see you through many laps. He's not quite staying with me in sector 1, which is interesting. He's very fast through there though. What am I doing for fuel? What's the weather looking like? No rain on the radar. That was bad. He's going to have a good run on me here. I said I wasn't going to race him, but I am thinking here. Yeah, I just used a tiny bit of overtake there to defend. Because I knew that he would reach his top speed before I did. I'm going to try and make him go the long way around. He's not going to take it. That's cool. Because I don't know also what some of these guys race like, because I don't race them. So I'm kind of having to focus a lot now though on driving rather than what I'm saying here. So I apologise for that. I think he must be on softs. I think he's losing time in the first sector. Try and get a better exit than him. And it's this corner coming up that I need to get right. Not this one. Much better exit than him. He's never raced me, I've never raced him, so we're learning a bit about each other here. Got a bigger gap this time. He is pushing me. This guy is a challenge. I didn't think I'd be keeping up with him at all, so to be leading is really nice. He's really hanging back in turn one. And then he's really good at the top of the hill, which is, I think, yeah, it must be downforce. I'm struggling to get the car turned there. He's gaining a lot of time on me through there. He's had a better exit this time. Oh, he's using overtake. I saw the little light come on above his car. Ah, I've tricked him. Well, not tricked him, but I nearly ran wide and he was following me, and he basically did the same as me. It wasn't like deliberate tricking, but it's so easy to do that when you're following someone. I think he is on the mediums, because otherwise these softs are just unnaturally good. They should really fall off on lap 6. And they're not. You see RJS pitting. But I'm boring. I always take the mediums at the start. Why? Because I can go as long as I want on the mediums. It doesn't matter what class of car you're in. These mediums are barely worn. He's gone off. First blood. It's good, because he was making me push like a madman. I've not stuck to my fuel delta. My strategy was to get to lap 13. I think I'm only going to make lap 12. He's definitely running more downforce than me, that's for sure. Because down this straight, if you are 4/10 behind another car down this straight, you're going to get past him, probably even before the kink. But he was pushing so hard through those corners at the top of the hill, and that's why I'm not, because all you have to do to crash there is to take too much curb, and you're finished. So now I can just focus on the track ahead. And look at the speed at the corners come at you. This is what takes a lot of getting used to in this car. It's just everything happens fast. That is nearly my personal best. The lap times will start improving for me because the car's getting lighter. I'm never going to take that flat out in the race. It's just too risky. But actually that worked quite well, taking that much curb. And I'm nearly on a personal best. Just going to short shift there into 6th gear. Short shift into 2nd gear. If I can save half a lap with the fuel, let's put fuel mode 2. Bit of a slow sector for me there. I was just way too tight to the line. Yeah, let's bring the fuel mode back. Let's look at the weather forecast. No point in running long if it's going to start raining. And if there is rain, by the way, the rule about using all the tyre compounds goes out of the window. It would be very harsh if it started raining and they'll go, no, you must use the soft tyres. Nope. The rule is that if the rain fills up 1/4 of the wet track meter on the left, then it's declared a wet race and the rules go out the window. And if you've already used the hard tyres and taken the penalty of using the hard tyres, then it's just tough. So there's a bit of risk involved. I'm relaxing a bit too much now though, and I'm thinking more about what I'm saying than my driving. It's starting to reflect on my sector times a little bit. Also the tyres are starting to get a bit edgy. If you're wondering why I take 6th gear on the exit of that kink, it is because it stabilises the rear end. You can use the gears to control the car. There is a lot of technique involved in this. And, whoa, my moment. Oh, I managed to catch it. That could have been worse. That's cost me 2-3 seconds, but it could have costed me like 5, so... Yeah, so P. White behind has caught up a couple of seconds there because of that mistake. I know P. White, he used to be my teammate back at the start of my career, so yeah, it cost me 2.7 seconds. Just got to be careful then not to do that again. I feel like, you know, as a... Ooh, God, it's getting slidey. I was going to say, as a... as a A-rated driver, I feel like I should be traction control off. It just feels like, you know, someone who's got to A rating shouldn't be driving with traction control. So I sort of judge myself a little bit there. I'm having to take this a bit slower now that the tyres are past the best. Didn't even need 6th gear that time. In fact, it bogged down a bit there. Delta times are not bad. And the gap then to the person who matters is 7 seconds. Not that P. White doesn't matter, but, you know, this guy behind, he's fast. That was better. That was much more like it. But I just need to save, yeah, like 1/4 of a lap's worth of fuel. So yeah, this delta time here isn't very representative. I'm going to try and get the fuel save done on this lap if I can. It's very hard changing the fuel mixture whilst you're braking, cornering, holding on for dear life, and also commentating on a YouTube video. What I need to do at the same time is wash the dishes. We got our first blue flags of the race. Well, that resolved itself very quickly. I'm very glad we didn't have that dreaded safety car. Let's try not to spin the car this time. PM10's catching up quite a bit because of all of this fuel saving malarkey. And he's definitely not on the soft tyres, I'm sure, because they'd be in pieces by now. I mean, the mediums are looking nasty, and I've never managed to make the softs go 11 laps. So we've got fuel to get round, one more lap. I've got to keep it up with the fuel saving. I have got that gap. Oh, he wasn't. Wow. Okay. Nice. He's going to be upset when he sees I'm on mediums, though. Just gathering my thoughts. Tyres are certainly less grippy at the front now. As evidenced by missing the apex there by a whole county. RJS is going to inherit the lead. That's for sure. This wouldn't be bad timing to pit. God, 0.2 fuel, 2% fuel left. Always makes me nervous, this. There we go. So we're going to put the soft tyres on. Going to put 10 laps of fuel in. A chance just to gather my thoughts once again. I think refueling, it seems faster refueling than it did in practice, and that kind of just messed with the strategy a little bit. Oh, RGS has pitted. Okay. So 7 laps, 8 laps, 9 laps. Yeah, 10-ish. 10-ish. It's when Sean Connery plays racket sports. 10-ish. And another thing, by the way, I'm driving terribly here. Hang on, let me just deal with the terrible driving. There we go. Well, a few things. I'm going to be using overtake on this stint as much as I can. I think there's points for fastest lap. So I want to have a go at it. I'm going to use as much of my overtake as I can on the next lap whilst the tyres are fresh and try and get that fastest lap. But what else? I forgot what I was going to say. Well, oh yeah, there's an overcut effect on strategy here. So if you watch Formula 1, you'll hear them talking about undercut, which is where you pit earlier, get fresh tyres, and you come out further up the road than everyone else because you got the fresh tyres. It works the opposite way round here. You get the overcut because you are running on low fuel whilst they're running on high fuel. So those laps I was just doing there, I had almost no fuel in the car. And although the tyres were starting to go, the effect on my lap times was the lap times were okay. We've got some cars battling up in front, so this could be a bit annoying for blue flags. But here we go. This is going to be an attempt at a fastest lap. Need to do it whilst the tyres are fresh, even though the car's full of fuel. This is not a good place to find another car. No. Okay, he's had an accident, but it's still held me up. Might bail on the... Yeah, I'm going to bail on the boost. Because... Yeah, I'll go again next lap. Actually, I've got enough boost to maybe do it both laps. But yeah, he got in my way. That was not the place that you want to be following someone. That's the highest speed corner of the track. And I know that corners like that are the ones that frighten the back markers. I don't mean that as a like an elitist thing to say against back markers, but it's true. It's the corners like that they struggle to have the bravery to commit to. And I couldn't take it flat out because I knew these cars don't have brake lights. I knew I was just going to be in his back. That's very nice of... Oh god, he nearly had a spin into me. Oh gosh. Right, so how far off am I? A second off. Not a personal best, but only a 10th off. There we go, purple. Boost, boost, boost. I probably need this boost for like dueling later in the race, but I want that fastest lap, man. And I'm an idiot. Oh, it's not going to be this lap. I'll have one more go at it. So you notice how I stopped using the boost because I want to just preserve it. I'm not going to be able to use as much as I did last time because what we're going to use, like half of it down here or maybe less than that. That'll do. But the thing is, the tyres are starting to get worn out now. Yep. Oh, God, massive snap that time. That was flirting with danger and death and doom. Right, I want to save the rest of that boost. I've done it again. And this time I didn't save it as well either. Well, there's not much point in trying it again. it's not got as much grip as I had in practice through that second apex. I was able to sort of steer the car on the brakes before, and I can't really do that. What's the weather looking like again? Because I noticed a few clouds, but nah, it's looking alright. God, that was a really slow lap then. But PM10 I think has had an accident. I've just noticed him drop a place. And that was actually really nice. This could actually be an alright lap. Nah, I thought so, but it's just because I've not got overtake. And PM10's so much better through there than I am. The tyres have gone now. Yeah, he's much better through that second apex there than I am. See, this time I'm a lot more cautious, but notice I was also nowhere near the outside of the track there, which is how you get the lap time. I mean, let's just use the last of the overtake, why not? Oh, okay, let's save a meaningless amount in case I need it later, but it's not going to really help. I've got like one shot of overtake left. And I'm flirting with a penalty for that. That was, you see how far I was over on the curb on the right? I think it's let me off, but look, the tyres have gone. The first plateau in tyre performance is at sort of 50%, which is where they are. The second plateau is 0% when the car just doesn't turn anymore. Gran Turismo physics for you. That was terrible, that was absolute poo. I need to look at my fuel usage because also using boost uses fuel. Yeah, I've used quite a bit of extra fuel. It says I've got 4 laps remaining. Well, I was planning to pit in 4 laps. I'm halfway around the track. And Mr. PM10's just taken 2 seconds out of me there as well. I wasn't driving terribly, but he's just taken a bunch of time. I'm wondering if he'll have adapted his strategy based on what I did. I wonder if he'll be like, seeing how long I managed to go on the mediums and thought, oh, that's a decent idea, I'm going to do that on my second stint. He went so far on those softs, it really surprised me. Sorry, this is the boring part of the stream, and, well, actually probably everything I do is boring, but it's not boring from where I'm sat. Although the cars started to, like, I don't know, it stopped surprising me. Oh, okay, I say that. It really didn't want to go there. And look at the lap times now. They are starting to look pretty dodgy. So my lap times before I pitted 1:41.2. Mind you, I was fuel saving like crazy those last few laps, weren't I? So 141 point, no, I think 140.7, something like that is roughly the pace I had on the mediums, and I think we're about on that same pace now on the softs, and PM10 is coming back at me here. But again, I don't mind if I don't win. I want to be pitting roughly on 15 minutes. PM10 pits on one of these laps, I will also pit the next lap. Really not sure what to do there. That was some dodgy driving. I'm losing a lot of time here. Two laps of fuel remaining. I didn't want to put traction control on. This is when my wheel does have some technical problems. Thankfully that happened on a straight. I'm going to go one more lap. I think the hard tyres do 141.5s. That's 141.4. Obviously I've got to put on the hard tyre. I think he has as well. If he hadn't have had his crash, he would have been leading the race right now. Obviously I had a moment as well out of the hairpin. I don't know where RJS Racing is actually, for third. But if this guy turns out to be a professional YouTuber, then this will be the first time in years that I've beat a professional YouTuber. Maybe as an unprofessional YouTuber, who knows? Okay, we're definitely at the point where the hards are faster. The thing is, by pitting before him, it also gives him a chance just to, first of all, undercut me, and B, maybe just roll the dice with the strategy. He could just decide to do something completely different now. It's going to be 9 laps of fuel. There we go. I just wanted to be slightly short because actually there's not 9 laps left. I've overfueled actually. That could actually be really critical. Oh, it's so much nicer being on new tyres, even though they're the hard tyres, which are the worst. They just feel nice. I'd be insane to try and take this in 6th gear. Yeah, my car just doesn't want to turn across there. So RJS, I think, has to pit again. And I've put too much fuel in the car. Which means my pit stop will have been too long. Yeah, he can definitely. Oh, he's gonna under fuel here, I think. Because he definitely doesn't need to put in as much as I did. Oh, I've gone past him. He's put in the same as me. He's filling up. Okay. You don't seem to know how many laps are left, my friend. I can tell you for a fact. It's 8. He's gained a couple of seconds on me in the pit stop phase. And crucially, I don't have the tools to defend, so I don't have that overtake button anymore. I don't know if he has. His fastest lap's out of reach anyway, even when I was on the softs. That's too fast for me. So it's just down to me now to do what I do, to stop that gap coming down by more than 5 seconds over the next 10 minutes. And there's RJS into the pits. So this is a battle for second. The gap staying stable-ish. And I'm just concentrating here now, because also the hard tyres are also the hardest difficulty to drive because they've got the least overall grip. Okay, 9/10 down in the first sector is roughly what the hards are worth. I know that from practice. And then the number I'm looking for is 1.5 here, something like that. Oh, a bit slow. Yellow flags. I think in URL we don't really slow down for them. So I didn't. God, he's taken off. Jeez, he's taken a second out of me in the first sector. This is bad. Yeah, he's really catching me. He's less good in the second sector, but he's really fast in that first sector then. Yeah, he's a second a lap faster than me. Not going to do it. Oh, it's going to be very bloody close. That's what I mean, it's in my hands now. If I drive really fast, then I might hold on to the win. Again, 9/10 in the first sector, that's best I can do. That was better. Yes, that's more like the time. Yeah, he's not gained this time. So that's what I need to keep doing. That won't help, but at least it didn't spin. He's actually had a really good middle sector this time, taking another second out of me. He's just finding more and more ways to take a second out of me. But dodgy middle sector for me anyway. That was better. That was a better end to the lap. 1:41.4, yeah, 2 tenths faster this lap. That was nice. I didn't see my time, I think it was 1 second, so not far off my best. It's that curb, you want to hit that curb. Yes, good sector. But then I had a terrible run through here last time. Told you we'd be seeing lots of spins. 3 laps left. Slightly dodgy there. He's finding a second on me in that middle sector. I wonder if he's using his boost. Don't know. He's definitely gonna push harder to try and pass me this time though, isn't he? It's all going to be oh god, he's gaining so much. Because next lap he could be within my slipstream. I might just try and go for this. I mean, normally I'm the sort of driver who would just go, I'm beat, I'll take second, and avoid having a crash or something like that. I might just go balls to the wall here. That was balls to the wall. And that was nice. Yes. Give me a toe, mate. Try, oh, please don't. Please, please, no. You jackass. Excuse my language, but mate, fuck you. No offence, whoever you are, I don't know. It's not personal. But that fucking cost me. That cost me. Excuse my language, but that cost me. He didn't get out of the way for the other guy either. It cost him. That needs to go to the stewards. I'm sorry, but if you're a lap down in last place, get out of the way. I'm going to be unpopular for making such harsh comments, but I'm sorry, I'm fighting for a win here. You shouldn't be taking the racing line through a fast corner when you've got the race leader behind you and you're 3 minutes from the end of the race and you're last. You should just go, I've had a good afternoon and I'm getting out of the way. But it's nothing personal because I don't even know who the guy is. I'll be saying that to anyone who does that. Because now, I've got to hold this guy off for the last lap. And God knows if he's got boost. He's made a small mistake behind me and it's allowed me to stay out of slipstream range. Crap, we've got 2 laps left. We've got some peril here. I've miscalculated it by 15 seconds. And I mean, yes, I've got 2 laps of fuel, but only just. He's really on me. Going to try and force him to go the long way round. You're going to pass me, mate. You've got to pass me the tricky way. Oof. Well done. I got a massive slide on there. He was wanting to not finish this lap. But I don't mind, I had a good time. And he was the better driver, and I'm surprised that it was the last lap that he got me, and it's really hard to follow. Now I understand. By the way, we're guaranteed second if we run out of fuel. Now I understand why he was so slow. Because following the other car behind, like following the car in front, is so hard. Yeah, I'm out of fuel. I'm going to go to short shift now. Good ending to the race though. How I managed to catch that slide through 130R, I've no idea. That slide off that curb there was sick. I just had to hope that the car bounced the right way, and it did. Yep, that's out of fuel. Run out of fuel over the line. That was brilliant though. That was fun. And I don't mind giving a hard time to someone who is clearly a league above me. You know, he's clearly a better driver than me. So I don't mind that. Oh crap, have I just made it so I can still get the replay? Okay. All right, I'm going to nip off. I'm back on Sunday for GT3 racing at Bathurst. Looking forward to it. I'm just going to go and nip over to these guys and congratulate PM10 and congratulate everyone else. So I will see you in half a week's time. Look forward to it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.